aunt took an interest in my daughter's life after being absent for 15 years, and when I found out why I couldn't sleep. Lauren had always been the sister who made success look as easy as breathing, while I struggled through community college with student loans and instant ramen. She'd built her marketing firm from nothing to a 7-figure business by 35, and lived in a downtown condo that cost more than I'd make in 5 years. Kids were never part of her plan because she said they were bad ROI, which should have been my first clue about how she viewed human relationships. Then one Friday she arrived at our cramped rental with her white Mercedes gleaming in our cracked driveway. "Emma needs guidance," she announced like a general surveying a battlefield. "Let me take her under my wing." My 15-year-old daughter had been struggling with typical teenage invisibility at school. Marcus and I were both working double shifts at our respective jobs just to keep up with bills. When Lauren offered to spend weekends mentoring Emma, we grabbed the lifeline like drowning swimmers. The first few weeks seemed miraculous. Emma came home from their executive aunt weekends with perfect nails and a new confidence that made her stand taller. Lauren bought her clothes that fit properly and taught her about personal branding, which apparently meant knowing your best angles for photos. I was too grateful to question why my sister suddenly cared about the niece she'd previously treated like a holiday obligation. The supplements arrived in the second month. Lauren stocked our kitchen with protein shakes and vitamin packets that looked like they belonged in a pharmacy. "Teenage nutrition is crucial," she explained while Emma nodded eagerly. "You want her to have every advantage, right?" The bottles multiplied weekly with names I couldn't pronounce and promises of enhanced focus and energy. Emma's appetite shrank like a wool sweater in hot water. She pushed food around her plate, claiming she'd eaten with Lauren earlier. Her hands developed a tremor she blamed on pre-test jitters. She started running before dawn because Aunt Lauren says winners make time. When my mother mentioned Emma looked gaunt at Sunday dinner, Lauren pulled out her phone to show fitness tracking apps and optimal BMI charts. I found Emma weighing herself for the third time one morning when she should have been eating breakfast. "Aunt Lauren says I'm so close to my goal weight," she said with eyes that looked too big for her face. The scale had become her altar, and the number her daily prayer. I wanted to intervene, but Lauren reminded me that I'd been too busy to notice Emma needed help, and wasn't I grateful someone was paying attention? Everything unraveled the Saturday. Lauren gifted us a spa weekend. She insisted we needed to recharge and practically pushed us out the door. Maya called us 3 hours into our couple's massage, sobbing that Emma had collapsed at their study session. We raced home to find Emma conscious but shaking on the couch with Maya holding a bottle of pills she'd caught Emma taking. "They're just supplements from Aunt Lauren," Emma insisted, but her dilated pupils told a different story. Maya had already Googled the medication, and her face was ghost white. "These are prescription diet pills," she said, "the dangerous kind they banned last year." Emma broke down crying and admitted Lauren had been supplying them for months, saying they were special vitamins only successful people knew about. I called Lauren demanding she come over immediately. She arrived within 20 minutes, still in her designer gym clothes, acting like we'd interrupted her workout for nothing. "What's all this drama about?" she asked, examining her manicure. When I showed her the pills, she barely glanced at them. Emma must have gotten those herself. You know how teenagers are. That's when Emma pulled out her phone with shaking hands. She'd been documenting everything, including voice recordings of Lauren coaching her on how to hide the pills from us. "Tell them it's for focus," Lauren's recorded voice instructed. "Parents don't understand what it takes to be exceptional." The room went silent except for Lauren's voice explaining how Emma needed to lose another 10 pounds to be marketable. "Marketable for what?" Marcus asked, but I already knew. Emma showed us the folder on her phone labeled Transformation Project, filled with weekly photos Lauren had taken. Each one had notes about measurements and target weights. The final images showed mock-ups of before and after advertisements with Emma's face and body edited to sell Lauren's new wellness brand launching next month. "You were using her as your prototype," I said, feeling sick. Lauren straightened her shoulders and smiled like she was pitching to clients. "I was giving her an opportunity. Do you know how many girls would kill to be the face of my campaign? I was doing her a favor." She turned to Emma with cold calculation. "Tell them how much better you feel. Tell them how the boys finally notice you." Emma stood up on unsteady legs and faced her aunt. "I feel like I'm dying," she said. "I can't sleep. I can't think about anything but numbers on a scale. You made me hate every part of myself that wasn't shrinking." Her voice grew stronger with each word. "You didn't make me special. You made me sick." Lauren's composure finally cracked. "You ungrateful little brat. I invested months in you, and I'm not stopping until I get my money's worth." She proceeded to lunge at me and grab my hair. Full story on channel linked below.